Okay, I think that works. Good morning, guys. Sorry it has taken a long time for this video to be shot and recorded and all of that. I've just been recording other stuff and it's taken me a little while to sit down and do this one. But I'm not even planning on editing this. I am just planning on just talking and just working through what it's been like to have locks for over a year now. It's been about 13 months. My cat's in the background doing a madness. Moxie, you're about to get kicked out, ma'am. Yeah, so about not editing this. We're off to a great start, right? So, a little over a year ago, I would say it was around February, end of February. I don't even remember. It was around February something of 2025. I was just really tired of dealing with my hair. And in the start of the year, like, I guess sometimes that correlates with change too. And I was just kind of feeling like there has to be like an easier way to do my hair or deal with my hair. There's places I can go to get my hair done, but it's not super cost effective. And because my work situation in Japan has been kind of fluctuating, and ultimately I decided this year I'm really going to just focus on school. But I didn't know that at the time. I don't know, I needed a change. And I was frustrated with dealing with my hair. Ma'am. Thank you. So yeah, I was frustrated with my hair. I don't even remember exactly the situation that prompted it, but I was very frustrated with my hair. And so I decided that I was considering locks. And I talked to a couple of different people about it before deciding to do it. I talked to some people that didn't have locks, and everyone who didn't have locks, who I talked to, gave kind of like negative feedback, kind of like, oh no, like, you sure? You sure? Like, when you know somebody, or it's like an offline conversation, like someone's going to be probably a little bit more candid. And I got some pretty like, yeah, don't do it feedback, like really directly, like not a good idea feedback. And then I talked to a friend, I'm going to actually put her channel somewhere so you guys can find it, who has been making lock content on YouTube for a while. I love her hair, love her hair, and she's had locks for several years now. And so she was just like, yeah, just try it, just do it, you know, why not? And so then I was like, okay, I'm thinking about I might do it. And so then I talked to another friend, and she's had locks for a while. Her locks are beautiful. She takes care of her own hair. And so I talked to the two of them, and they were like, yeah, I mean, it was a good decision. And their hair is gorgeous. So that also was like, okay, if my hair ended up turning out like either of these beautiful ladies' hair, there's no lose there. And if I don't make it that far, like I absolutely hate the maintenance or I can't figure it out, then I can always just cut my hair and start over again. I've done that before. I said I'm not gonna edit this video, but if you want a compilation, or you want to see how my hair has looked over the process, then like maybe I can make a part 2, and I'll show you how my hair looked, because my hair was gone. So because I'd done that before, the idea of shaving my hair was not that scary because I've done it before. So I was like, the worst that can happen is I can't figure out how to take care of my hair while it's in locks, and I end up cutting it off. In the beginning, I just put my hair into twists. I put my hair into 2-strand twists myself. So that's just like 2 pieces of hair like wrapped around each other. And it's like my whole head. And when I put my hair into the twist, it made my hair shrink up. So although my hair, like if I was to like flat iron it or like, you know, press it or whatever, it would have looked like longer. Like it was probably around like this long when I started. It immediately shrank up. Like if I was to like stretch it, I don't even know if it was that long. It was a little longer, maybe at least this long, right? So, in the beginning, I was like, well, my hair's already kind of got some length to it. So if I put it up, it's not going to look like too short. Nope, shrank up here. I'm not going to edit this video, but I'm at least going to link the video of when shortly after I had first started. So you can see how my hair was like shrank up. So at that point in time, I was like, this is really not that bad. And I know like a lot of people I've seen discussions on locked hair because like I've been following the topic because I've been like, okay, how do I care for my hair? What do I want to do and not want to do with my hair, etc., etc. And I've seen people talking about the ugly phase. Like there's like this bad period of time where like your hair always looks terrible and you got to find a favorite hat type deal. But I never really felt like that about my locks. I did feel frustrated that they shrank up so much and they just kind of stayed like that, but they weren't like, when I thought of locks in the beginning, I thought that like they were like almost like cord, like they were like stuck like that, you know? But like in the beginning, even though my hair was like in the twist together, the twist could have been taken apart. And even after having my hair in two twists together for like, I don't know, 2-3 months, they still could have been taken apart. Like the hair didn't fuse together by magic. And so I was like, what is taking so long? Like this is just drawing out. Like, and so then I started to question, am I doing it right? A little bit. But I hit up my friends that I talked to in the beginning, and then they're like, yeah, you're fine, just be patient. And then the other thing is for maintenance. So, I've talked about this on the channel before a little bit. There's I think 2 main ways that people maintain their locks. There's like I think recoil or like retwisting and interlocking. And I tried retwisting like once or twice. And I personally could not figure out how to do it well to where like my hair liked it. Or like, so I must have done something wrong or my hair just doesn't like it or both. But when I tried to retwist, which is like basically twist your hair like really tightly and then like let it set and then that like takes care of the grow out, it didn't work for me at all. So then I tried interlocking where you have like, it's almost like a needle like tool and you just like loop it through at the roots and tighten your hair that way. And it looked more intimidating to me in the beginning. Like between the two, I'm like, okay, the needle thing looks intimidating, but it's no harder than using a comb or brush in my mind. So that's been really cool. Like once I realized I can just interlock my hair, then that's what I've been doing. The only thing with interlocking is it can take a long time. I just retightened my hair. And I want to say it took me a couple of days, like spread out across days. Like I just sit there and, you know, do this part and do this part and then do the back a little bit. But, and there's still probably like a couple spots where I could just like tighten it once or twice more. Like, cause I didn't do it like perfectly in sections like how they would do in the salon. I was just like, okay, I have a few minutes. Like, let me do this part. Let me do this part. But it's not difficult. It's not that difficult. So, realistically speaking, and I just feel like it's just so much more lifestyle friendly because I tend to be an active, like always doing something type of person, that the time I get back to myself to do other things as opposed to fixating over my hair is that alone makes locks worth it for me. And I know I'm kind of like all over the place, but in the beginning my hair was like very much shrunk up. This is like a little over a year since getting my locks. And this is where they're at now. Like we like actually have like enough to make a small bun. And like when it's down, it's almost like mullety, like it's kind of like here. And then like I got like the bang part, which you see here. It's, I don't know, lengthwise it's kind of doing its own thing, but I don't really care because I can style it. And like I love it personally. So yeah, that's how I've been feeling about my locks. I feel like there was like one other thing I was gonna say, and I don't even remember what it was. But yeah, this is how the locks are going. They started off with me feeling unsure, but I think the only regret I have about locking my hair is not locking it sooner. So if you're wondering about what it's like having locks and how I feel about them, there we go. That's the update, and I'll see you later. Bye!